Hi, welcome to Inspirational Enthusiasm. I'm Lori, and we're going to, cards are already flipping. Obviously, there's some messages coming out. So, this week we're going to be talking about love since we have Valentine's Day coming up in just a few days. I think it's about 7 days away. So, what I'd like to do is get a good reading for each of the signs and let you know what I'm picking up on. So, if you're new to tarot readings, some things that are good for you to know is that not everything in a reading may resonate with you. So, whatever resonates, you keep, and what doesn't, just ignore or throw away, however you choose to do it. But it's important to note that, tarot reading is actually a visual storytelling. So this is about, for me, it's always been when I watch it, it's about learning, picking up little tidbits, things that help me on my journey. My spiritual journey or awakening started back in 2018 in earnest. I know for years I had been having, bits and pieces, dribs and drabs of my spiritual awakening, but in that year of 2018, it hit me like a ton of bricks. So I had a job change, I had relationship change, I had gone through a divorce, and all throughout that year, I went through seizures and just all kinds of things that were just really crazy in my life, which, unbeknownst to me at the time, was all setting me up for my awakening. And for those of you that don't know what a spiritual awakening is, spiritual awakening, it really challenges everything that you thought you knew in life, everything that you believed. And it really, to me, is a mass deprogramming of things that I've learned throughout my life. And realizing that we're in a bigger place. The universe is vast, and things that we think we might know, intuitively we're feeling something different, and that's okay. So it really helped expand me and help me reach out and find people that could help me on my healing journey. So that's the big thing. That's the other thing that has happened to me throughout my spiritual awakening is the mass healing, finding out the things that impacted me when I was young. And, we pick up a lot of issues from 0 to 7. There's a lot of programming that happens during that age time or that age period. And as we get older, we don't realize that we are doing things subconsciously that we picked up during that time. And there are wounds and things that happen that, we're too young to say, okay, well, this is good and this is bad. And our discernment is being developed at that time. So as I'm 54 years old, so as I hit my spiritual awakening, it was, like I said, it was about 4 years ago. So I was 50. And I had to do some mass healing from trauma that I experienced my entire lifetime. And just to hit a couple of the highlights of my early childhood, things that I had to overcome were things like, unfortunately, there was sexual abuse, there was physical abuse, emotional abuse. I had a lot of things happen to me along the way that were very challenging. So I tell you this not for empathy or sympathy, but I tell you this to let you know that we all go through things. The older we get, the more we have gone through. And even though I've gone through so much, and we'll talk about it as the channel progresses, I'll go through more stories and give you some more insight to my background. But just understand that the more we go through, the more we learn. So at first, it feels like it's happening to us. As I've gone through this awakening, it's made me realize that it was actually happening for me, and it was happening to teach me and to help other people. And I've been able, luckily, to stay positive pretty much throughout my journey. I had some very rebellious years when I was younger, and I had some very challenging years that I put myself through. Because of that early trauma, I actually started drinking at a very young age, at 11, and I'm a recovering alcoholic. So I didn't stop drinking until I was 47 years old. So you do the math, it's about 7, 8 years now. So all of those things that happened, I realize now that at the time I felt like things were happening to me. And in hindsight, I can see that what the reasons were. When I see clients and I help them through their spiritual awakening and just through daily and weekly and monthly issues, those issues I went through in my past are actually helping me to identify with those people and to help give them my experience to show how I came through it. And I don't know about you all, but the more that I have found people like me that have gone through trying times, the more I realize that we can get through it. Um, we can get through it together. We're here to support one another, and it's important to find those people. So I know it's a little long-winded, but I just wanted to let you know a little bit of my background so you understand where I'm coming from when you're watching these videos. So let's see, am I missed anything? So we're going to go through, this is going to be the love reading for February, and I'm going to go through each sign. I'll have each of them posted separately. Any information that or any questions that you may have, hopefully we will be covering it in the description box. So everything you typically need to know is in the description box below. Anything else I'm missing? I think that I've covered it all. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comments section. If you want to book a personal reading, I have information also in the description box. And and if you could like, subscribe, and share, that would be great. That way you will get notified and the content will go out there for more people to see and hopefully help them. All right, so without further ado, we're going to get to the readings. Hello, Leo. Feeling feisty. I guess it's that Leo energy. I want to go, hey, Leo. All right, Leo. We're going to have fun in this reading, I can feel. So this is your February 2022 love reading. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, so I'm just feeling a little love reading this week. So let's see what is in store. So in my readings, if you're new to my readings, the way I'm laying them out now is this card, the one at the top, is the overarching energy of the reading, and then all of these cards here are the details, and then the card underneath is what is going on in your subconscious or your shadow. So for Leo, so this is pretty powerful. 1, 2, 3. So we have some pretty powerful major arcana. So first of all, it feels like, it's funny, we're talking about love, and you got some love right in the beginning. Love is overflowing, but this feels like you've got the Judgment card, and I am hearing something about Judgment Day, but it's a time in your life where it's time to make a decision. And I also feel like for some Leos, this might not resonate for everybody, but I feel like it's time to settle down. Like you've been having a lot of fun. You might have been having a little bit too much fun, and it's time to kind of bring it down a notch. And that's not what I'm even seeing in the cards. That's just intuitively what's coming to me, because I see that it feels like you've been doing things very quickly. You've been moving very fast, and now in this, I feel like you really want to move towards love. Like you're ready for a relationship. And then I also see that it feels like something has blocked you or is blocking you. So there's a little bit of a bipolar energy in this, where I want to go really fast, but maybe I shouldn't. So there's doubt. And then we move into the next card is the Eight of Swords. So that makes sense here. So there's some doubt. And I feel like what I'm picking up here is that you don't trust your decision-making process. There's been something that's happened along the way in your life, no matter how old you are, and no matter if it's relationships with parents or relationships with, romantic partners. But I feel like that you're to that point where you've gone too fast in the past. And this is a recurring message. It came up for one of the other signs earlier, but it looks like you're in a hurry to go to love, but then you're blocking it. because you don't trust your judgment, you don't trust your decision making skills, and you feel stuck because of that. There is and scared. I feel like that those past decisions made you very, very anxiety ridden. And in this stuck energy, the Eight of Swords is very interesting because she's bound and she has a blindfold on. But everything, if you look close enough at this card, you can see that it's real easy to remove. But she's staying stuck, and this is staying stuck on your own volition, having the ability to come out of it, but just being in your own way. So that feels like energy that you're working out of, and you're working more into trusting your higher self, your judgment. And because of that, it feels like something pivotal happened for you, Leo, that um, something in your life, like it feels like a light switch. I'm feeling and seeing a light switch go on and off. Like, okay, there's all this doubt, and then it's like, wait a minute. Okay, I got this. I can do this. I can move forward. I can trust myself. And you are starting to I feel like you're starting to get your legs back under you and moving forward, really feeling like, okay, it's time to move forward. Like I said, I saw some back and forth energy, but it's a very pretty progression here, or nice progression with the Knight of Pentacles. It's like you're young and youthful and ready to explore and go out there and try something new, and moving fast with the Chariot is moving forward, but moving forward with faith. I hear you have faith now. You have faith in yourself, but you have faith in something greater than you, that everything is going to be okay. So that's a really nice progression. You're putting down which no longer serves you, and you're like, okay, I'm open to some new love. I'm open now. There's you've got both love cards. There's more than one, more than two, but you've got the beginning of the reading is like love is overflowing. Kind of doubted yourself a little bit, but now you're ready to kind of open up and take it slow. One of the things that I do see too, that in your past, or not in your past, in your subconscious, the shadow, for some of you Leos out there, I feel like that you might have recently dealt with someone that was a player, someone that was not serious in the relationship and didn't have any boundaries, and might have made you not feel valued. So okay, now it's all coming together. That is what caused that doubt in yourself before, because you had put your faith into someone that disappointed you, and that you really had your hopes set on, but it ended up not working out in the end. And it's not your fault. This is what you need to hear right now. This is not your fault. This was somebody that was wounded and they were hurt. And some of you may have heard this saying before, is hurt people hurt people. So it's not on purpose. It feels like it, but it's not. But know that you had nothing to do with this, and it's time to move on towards love. So for my Leos out there, this is your February love reading, and I hope you trust yourself and you move forward in your pursuit of a healthy, loving relationship.